This call is from
Federal Finesse. Y'all probably wondering what the fuck I'm in here for, but that's not important. That ain't important. Just know I changed my life, and your past will catch up with you.
Naming yourself Finesse and creating a podcast called Rich and Unemployed probably isn't the best idea if you've just scammed the government for $10 million.
Probably a lot of people disappointed, shocked, which I am too. But shit happens. Life must go on. Even though I'm in this position right now, I still am who I am.
But apparently that's exactly what Finesse, aka Jonathan Duperton, did. And now he's locked up under a federal indictment, being accused of running a massive multi-state PPP and unemployment fraud scheme. Now, if the Rich and Unemployed content has never crossed your feeds, Finesse's channel focuses on giving financial, motivational, and life advice to men while leaning heavily into the manosphere space.
It ain't about moving fast, it's about moving correct. You gotta move correctly. You know what I'm saying? When you get a jug, when you come up, when you find a way, when you get an opportunity in front of you, just know, listen, take your time, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity and you don't want to fuck this up. You don't want to mess this situation up. You don't want to drop the ball on this shit. So you got to take your time, bro. The more time that you take, the less errors that you can make.
To me, this just continues the theme of so many red pill manosphere guys being absolute grifters. Because Finesse was never a genuine entrepreneur or investor. He didn't work hard and save to accumulate his wealth or build a business brick by brick. Instead, he scammed millions of dollars and threw a ton of money into becoming a popular influencer while giving advice to men that he didn't even use to get where he was. And even though all of that has come crashing down after his arrest, it still didn't stop him from making more content out of his situation by releasing a jail call with AI visuals discussing what was going on. For them Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
This call is from
Federal Finesse.
An inmate at the Robert A. Dayton Detention Facility. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
I know this is a surprise, and I'm surprised as well. But I mean, it's fortunate, and probably a lot of people disappointed, shocked, which I am too. But shit happens. Life must go on. Even though I'm in this position right now, I still am who I am, and nothing has changed.
This call is from a federal prison.
Shit actually kind of crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, one day, everything going right, shit flowing, money coming in, bitches love you, niggas love you, and then shit can get snatched away just like that.
I know there's probably not much he can say on a federally recorded call, but he's talking like he just got snatched off the street for no reason when bro did a $10 million scam.
Y'all probably wondering what the fuck I'm in here for, but that's not important. You know what I mean? That ain't important. Just know I changed my life, and your past will catch up with you in some way, shape, or form. But you know me, man. I'm a finagle, finesse, and get up out of that.
Not to be funny, but finagling and finessing is what got him in that situation to start with.
I'm only doing this because I know it's other people that could be going through a similar situation. Maybe even worse, maybe the same, maybe even lighter. Maybe going through a dark time. But I know that the streets still need to hear this shit. They still need, that talk, that shit. No matter the circumstances, bro. The show must go on. Whatever dark time you might be going through, like, shit, it's just part of life, bro. So you gotta man the fuck up and get through that shit.
Finesse is a certified scammer, even though he refuses to be identified as one.
So I created the brand, and the idea came from my past life, which was I went to prison for fraud, and while I was sitting in prison, I didn't want to be known as a scammer because I'm not a scammer. And I was just trying to find different ways to articulate myself and express myself. But so it was Finesse's Only Club. It was Rich and Unemployed. I also had Fraud, which is finally rich after unstoppable determination. So I'm just bouncing off the ideas of the life I used to live. And
so in the life that you used to live, were you a scammer then?
No. I did something that a scammer would do, but I finessed a
I
situation.
ain't a cheater. I just did something that a cheater would do.
Yeah. So
Before running a huge unemployment scam that he's locked up for right now, he actually was involved in another scam which he got locked up for previously. In this initial scam, he created a fake grocery store, did the paperwork to get it approved to accept EBT and SNAP cards, and then stole innocent people's identities, applying for EBT and SNAP benefits in their name without them knowing about it. His sister was also involved in this scheme, and they almost racked up $400,000 together. Eventually, the government caught on when people found out that their identities had been used to apply for government benefits, which led to Finesse and his sister getting locked up, with Finesse getting 3 years in prison back in 2017. But bro got out at the perfect time, the fucking golden era of scamming, in 2020 during the pandemic. Due to the shutdowns, the government was basically giving out free money through stimulus checks and PPP loans for anyone with the LLC. And finesse that situation. Using the same playbook from his first scam, he illegally obtained innocent individuals' personal information and then used their identities to file unemployment applications in the state of California. A weird thing about this, though, is Finesse and another guy that was involved with the scheme, Kadir, actually applied for unemployment benefits using their own information for some reason, even though they lived in the state of Georgia and were running this scheme in California. I have absolutely no clue why they would put themselves in a situation like that. Maybe just greed, I don't know. But back then, this type of scam was happening left and right during the pandemic, as a lot of those applications were getting approved with very little verification, if any. But when I say these dudes went hard, they went hard. They had 300 debit cards loaded with $19,000 to $20,000 each, mailed to various addresses in Georgia. That totaled $6 million right there, but the feds actually believe that they scammed up to $10 million, which is wild. A year after running it up with that scheme, she launched the Rich and Unemployed clothing line and podcast. Again, which was Super Bowl branded, considering he just got away with the $10 million unemployment scheme. Scammers must just have a different tolerance for stress and anxiety, because if I got away with $10 million from the federal government, I would not be able to sleep at night ever. I will always be worried that the feds were coming for me or watching me. I mean, I'd probably just take that money and go to a non-extradition island and just disappear somewhere. But nah, bro was bold and decided to start a podcast called Rich and Unemployed. You can't make this up. And he hit the ground running with his podcast, with his most popular video getting 5.6 million views.
I said, hey, bring me some food. This lady texted me and say, she sent me an Apple request for $100. I replied with Apple Pay and sent her $1. She says, you forgot 2 zeros. I say, I sent all I could. She said, okay. Now, I was waiting to see if she was gonna bring me some food. The food never came. The text message never came. Like, hey, I got you some food. That never came. And I made a decision right there. It's over. It's over. You don't care about my well-being. You don't care that I'm hungry. You don't care about me.
And for a few years, bro was living a life. He seemed like a self-made, rich influencer, and he was linked to celebrities like Portia from Atlanta Housewives. It seemed like he got away with it, and I'm sure he thought he did. Again, during the pandemic, damn near anyone could start an LLC, claim X amount on payroll and operating expenses for their business, and get huge sums of PPP money with very little verification from the federal government. At the time, it all seemed good. People was living large off that money. But in the last few years, we've seen a real crackdown as the government doubled back, taking a closer look at some of those businesses, applications, and payouts, and catching a lot of people years later that scammed the federal government for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. So a lot of people that thought they were in the clear for years are just now getting hit with charges. And Finesse is now one of those people, as he was hit with federal charges for being involved in a wide PPP-ranging unemployment fraud scheme. And now he's fighting for his freedom behind bars, and this is just the beginning of his process, so we have to see where it goes. But thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.